everybody, welcome to my channel 10 Ways to Wear It, and welcome to another episode of Couch Chronicles. Yes, you guys, we are here to talk. I love that I created this series because I get to talk to you guys about all the stuff that's on my mind, and I get to do it in a super chill setting. What better place to do it than on my couch, chilling and relaxing? So we're about to get into some conversation, y'all, and I got my little snacks here. If you can call it a little snack. I got my shrimp right here that I'm gonna be munching on from Boiling Crab. Got me a little drink on the side right here. So today we're gonna get a little bit deeper than our first episode where we talked about YouTube. Today we're gonna be talking about relationships. We're gonna be talking about having babies when you're a little bit older, like me. We're gonna be talking about maintaining a social life over 35. We're also gonna be talking about self-esteem and self-confidence and how to maintain yours in a world where average women are basically invisible, you know. So we're gonna be talking about all of that, natural bodies versus plastic surgery. So we got a lot of things to get into today. I got my snacks, I'm ready. I got y'all here with me. I wish I could do these live, you know, but I probably will start doing them live when my channel grows. So let's get into it, y'all. I'm super excited about today's topics.
I taste just like candy.
All right, y'all, let's get into this first topic, but first let me take a bite of one of these shrimp. I'm hungry, y'all. I'm so hungry right now. But I wanted to talk first about relationships, you guys. All about relationships. You know, that topic, that's something we all got to deal with sometimes, right? Well, most of us. You know, relationships span across a lot of things: marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, etc. But I'm just talking about relationships in general, meaning romantic relationships, whatever type they are. I was talking to a friend of mine recently. We were talking about how important it is to maintain your identity in your relationship. Like, it seems like as soon as you start to change who you are, that's when things start to fall apart in a relationship. Like, either it's because you're no longer that person that your mate fell in love with, or because you just start to become dissatisfied because your expectations aren't aligning with who you really are. You know, I know some people who, they get into relationships and they like morph into the person that they're with. Like, instead of just being themselves, being the person that person was attracted to and fell in love with, they kind of start to morph into that person. You know, if that person is, you know, a thespian and into, you know, philanthropy or something, they become that, you know. I think that's like one of the worst things you can do, because that's just, you just start the countdown to the end of your relationship, because you're no longer the person that they've met and fell for. So that's strike one. But also, when you start to give up the things that are important to you, you start to sacrifice your happiness. So that also starts the countdown to the end of the relationship, because you're letting go of things, maybe standards, values that are important to you, to become somebody else in your relationship. That's something that I've struggled with in my relationships. Maintaining my own identity, you know, continuing to just be myself, allowing that person to really fall in love with me, who I am, you know, but that comes from immaturity. And I think with life experience and healthy relationships, you learn and you grow and you come to believe that if a person is really meant to be in your life, they're gonna love you for you. And I'm so grateful for like personal growth, because I've grown to that place, you know, but I know a lot of people struggle with that. I'm telling you guys, if you're dating, if you're in the process of falling in love, don't lose yourself in your relationship. Like, whatever quirks you have, whatever things about you that you think you need to change, you don't. And the reality is, you're not going to be able to. Eventually, the real you is going to come out. So I know some people, they really put on these like facades when they get into a relationship or they meet somebody, and not realizing they're not going to be able to keep it up because it's not really who they are. It really is the worst thing you can do, changing yourself, thinking that that's going to make somebody fall in love with you more, be more committed. It's not. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to make them fall out of love, or you're going to fall out of love trying to be something you're not and letting go of the things that are important to you. So maintain your identity in your relationships. Another thing I want to talk about is like this whole happiness thing. Like, I used to be so stuck on this thing that my partners are responsible for making me happy. Like, you don't make me happy, or, you know, make me happy, or telling people he makes me happy when I would be content in the relationship. But one thing I've grown to learn with relationships, with life experience, everything, with age, is that your happiness in the relationship is your responsibility. It is not your partner's responsibility. Happiness is something that comes from within. Yes, they can enhance your life and bring things to your life, security, support, love, sex, all that good stuff, intimacy, but they cannot make you happy. Happiness comes from within. Happiness comes from you being whole and complete and loving yourself. And I wish I had known that sooner in some of my relationships, because the way they ended, it really was me kind of putting the burden that they're supposed to make me happy, and that's not true. Your partner's job is not to make you happy. Their job is to be your partner in every way that is important to you, but not to make you happy. Your happiness should come from within. And the good thing about your happiness coming from within is that nobody can take it from you. If that relationship ends, that marriage, that long-term relationship, that short-term relationship, that puppy love, if it ends, you still good. Why? Because you have contentment and happiness within yourself. So even though it may hurt, you may hurt for a while, eventually you will heal, and you'll heal a lot faster than somebody who was dependent on somebody else for their happiness. So make sure that your happiness in your life is coming from you and is not based in a relationship, because that is so dangerous, you guys. That is not a good foundation for your happiness to be based in. That's just important. Also, I think in a relationship, to keep a relationship healthy, you should never stop dating. Never stop dating. Like, that dating stage, it's so important. It's like a discovery stage in a relationship. It's like you getting to know each other. And people just stop that too quick. I don't think it should ever stop, honestly. I think you should always date. Even when you're married 20 years, you should still date, because dating is a way to show your appreciation. It's a way to engage, like being out, going out, doing stuff, doing those things you love. It's important to keep that up in a relationship. I think it's sad when that starts to dwindle away in a relationship. It's been sad for me when it's happened. I didn't like it. Always make an effort to keep dating. If you're the woman in your relationship, you need to encourage your man to keep dating you, and you keep dating him. It's a two-way street. Do that. Because dating is fun. Even when you're dating your boyfriend or your husband, it's fun. It's fun to get dressed up and have them drool over you a little bit. Whether you're just going to the movies, or whether you're going to a fancy dinner, whether you're going to a concert, whatever that is, continue to date your partner. Don't stop dating, you guys. It's so, so, so awesome when you continue to date your partner. Like, it's important. It's a good thing, you know. So those are the things I wanted to talk about as far as a relationship. The next topic I wanted to get into is talking about maintaining a social life when you're a little bit older. Let me get a few bites in first. Y'all, these shrimp are so good. Anyway, talking about having a social life when you get a little bit older. And by a little bit older, I mean into your mid to late 30s, 40s, 50s, etc. It's not as easy to keep up a social life, you guys, as you would think. Like, you think you're making good money. Usually by then you're settled. You know, you're secure in your life. Yes, all that's true, but sometimes it can feel like you start lacking a social life, meaning you're not going out like you were. You know, you're not running the streets like you did before, and you know, that life can be a lot of fun. You know, going out clubbing, traveling to Vegas, this, that, doing all kind of stuff. It can be fun. And when you get a little bit older, you kind of slow a lot of that down, and it can start to feel like you don't have a life. I wanted to talk a little bit about that, because I've been on a mission, you know, to continue having a social life. I don't want to be just sitting at home on my ass all the time. I have a decent career, you know, and I want to continue to have life experiences with my friends. So friendships require a lot of work and effort. I would say they require almost just as much as a relationship. You really have to deal with the bad sides of your friends sometimes. And when you try to look past things that they may have done, that they may have said, or that you don't like that they're doing, just in their life period. Let's say if you have a friend who sleeps with married men, it's kind of hard to, you know, like girlfriend. They can be just as hard to maintain friendships, you know, keep in contact. Sometimes you feel like you're more of a friend or more present in the friendship than your friend is, and you're trying to even out that balance between you and a friend. So it can be a lot of work maintaining friendships, but it is a two-way street. It requires effort from both sides. It requires reaching out, calling, spending time together, hanging out, or you can develop this out of sight, out of mind type of feel about a friend. Make sure on your end that you're doing your part to maintain your friendships, that you're reaching out to your friends. You know, we all get busy. We all got life going on. We get tired, you know, especially when you're older, you be tired. You know, your days off, you just want to lay up and, you know, not even wash your ass sometimes. But you got to make time for your friends, because if you become that person that every time people are reaching out to you, you never have time, the answer is always no, people get tired of being rejected, and eventually they're going to stop reaching out. And honestly, can you really be mad? No, you can't. Make time for your friends. Be available sometimes. Say yes sometimes. You know, go out of your way sometimes, even if you don't don't feel like it, get out the bed, show up at that baby shower, show up at that, wedding dress, where they pick out the wedding dress, or show up at that event that's important to them, because they're inviting you for a reason. I've had friends who never have time to do anything, and then eventually when you stop reaching out, it's like, hey, you didn't tell me about this, like, what's going on? It's like, you never have time. I'm not going to keep begging you to do shit if you always busy, So, rejection, nobody wants to be rejected all the time, not even your friends. Even if they love you, they don't want to be rejected all the time. So another thing you can do, take the initiative to plan things. Don't be that person that sits and wait always for your friends to plan things. Like, take the initiative sometimes. Be the person to call and say, hey, y'all want to go to brunch Sunday? Or what are you doing Sunday? Or, y'all want to go to the beach with the kids or something? Be that person. Like, take the initiative sometimes. I know some people just sit and wait for somebody to contact them or reach out to them to plan something. It's like, you can take the initiative to plan once in a while. Like, my friends and I, we have this thing, and we've really committed to doing it recently, where we do something once a month, and every month it's planned by a different person. So whatever it is, it's planned by a different person. So it's great because it creates a variety of things that we do, because everybody likes different stuff, whether it's like a paint and sip, or going to a family beach day, going to an amusement park, going to, whatever it is, something seasonal. It's great because there's a good variety, but everybody is putting in the initiative on it. Like, every month there's somebody different, so eventually you're going to come up where you have to plan something. So it's so awesome doing that, and it gives everybody something to look forward to, and it's not too much, because it's not like it's every week or every weekend. It's just once a month, so we all have that to look forward to, and it's a great time to spend with your friends. Like, definitely, if you're not doing anything and you have friendships, take the initiative to do that. You guys just set up something once a month with your girlfriends to do. It could be anything, honestly. It could be a movie night where they just come over and you just have a bucket of movie snacks out there, and order some pizza, and y'all just chill and drink some wine and eat pizza. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but definitely take the initiative, schedule monthly things to do. And then another thing me and my friends do, we schedule annual trips together. So we have an annual trip also on top of the monthly thing. We have an annual trip that we do together. That's another great thing. So if you can't do the monthly thing, plan something annual with your friends that y'all all have to look forward to, but make sure that you're putting in some effort. If each person is putting in some effort, you guys will be spending time together. Your relationships will get stronger. You won't be forgetting about each other. You won't be left out. Nobody will be left out. So definitely do that. If you're over 35 and you find that you're just kind of in the house and you feel like, I don't hardly do anything, like, it can be really frustrating. It can be depressing sometimes. I'm telling you guys, take the initiative to plan with your friends, do things with your friends. Yes, the things you do change as you get older, whereas in your 20s you maybe just running the street, parking lot pimping or whatever, just hanging out where the guys are. As you get older, that changes. You're not interested in that kind of stuff. I'm definitely not. I want to go to wine country. I want to go to a wine tasting, I want to go to a free concert. We love free stuff, me and my friends. So definitely put in that initiative, you guys. If you're over 35, don't feel like life is ending or you're coming towards the end. You are not. They call it midlife for a reason, okay? And really, I think it's when your life should be starting. It's usually when you feel the most secure about yourself. I feel more secure about myself at my age than I ever have in my life. Yes, there's things I want to work on. Yes, I have insecurities, but I love who I am, and anything that I'm insecure about, I feel I can work on and fix now. Whereas when I was younger, I just hated it and I didn't know what the hell I was going to do about it. Now it's like, it's all right. I'm gonna work on that and I'm gonna get that together, But with maturity, that's what comes with maturity. So it really is a blessing getting older. So, but yeah, guys, don't give up on yourself when you turn 35 or 38 or 40. Keep going out. Keep having those relationships with your friends. Keep doing stuff. Life is to be lived. And can you live it in the house? Of course you can. I love being in the house. I mean, I'm in the house right now chilling, eating. Life is good. But I think it's still good that if you have the desire to get out and do things, to actually do them, so that your years are fulfilled and you can look back on them and feel happy about them. So that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about regarding that subject. Moving on, I want to talk to y'all about having kids. While we on this being older subject, I want to talk to y'all about, having babies when you're a little older. You guys, I'm sure y'all know by now I don't have any babies. If I did, y'all would have already seen them on my channel. That would be foul, right? If I never ever mentioned that I have a kid. But I don't have any, and I have a strong desire to have some. I cannot see my life without kids, you guys. So yeah, let's talk about that while I munch on one of these sausages. Most of you may know I'm over 35. I don't have any kids and I want kids. So, you know, it's something that I think about a lot. Me and my partner have talked about it. We're both open to it. We both want to do it. You know, we're really close to getting engaged and getting married and all that. So, you know, it's definitely something that's on the table right now. But I have concerns, being older, health concerns, other concerns, like, am I patient enough? Do I have enough energy for that? You know, I be tired a lot, you know what I'm saying? Work-wise, schedule-wise, the babysitting issue, you know, it's scary these days leaving your baby with people. Those are all things that I worry about, and I've been doing a lot of research about it, talking to a lot of people who have had babies older. I know it's doable. I know I'll do it. I know I'll be good at it. Even if I were to go the adoption route, if I have any issues getting pregnant, I know I would be a good parent. But, you know, in the back of your mind, you worry, especially being pregnant and older and so forth. It's like, you know, it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. Did any of you guys have your babies older, like over 35? Or do you know people who did? How did they deal with it? Like, do you think that older mothers are better mothers, like, because they have more life experience? Their nerves are not as bad? Like, I just wonder, because I've read a lot that, like, having a baby when you're older can make it a lot easier because you're just smarter overall, and life experience kind of teaches you not to panic about everything and to just how to deal with things a little bit better. I really hope that is the case. I really do. But I just wonder. Those are things that I think about being a person over 35 that still doesn't have any kids but that wants to have kids soon. You know, I just hope that my patience level and my energy levels are ready, you know. I've definitely been trying to take better care of myself, eat better, be more active and stuff like that. I'm getting ready to start a real weight loss journey. I told you guys in my last episode that I'm going to be meal prepping and showing you guys my weight loss and toning journey. I'm really on a mission to tone up my body. So I'm really trying to take better care of myself. These are things that I think about a lot. And sometimes I wonder, like, is it wrong to the kid for a parent to have a kid when they're older? Like, when you have a kid when you're 40, say, when that kid turns 18, you're 58, you're almost 60. And of course, there's a lot of young 60-year-olds. There's plenty of 60-year-olds that are in perfect condition, perfect health. But I just wonder, like, is it fair when you're like an older parent, you know? It's not going to stop me. I just, you know, there's a lot of questions that I have about it because I want to do it right. And because I'm probably only going to do it once. So I definitely want to do it right. But what do you guys think about that? Having babies when you're older? Are any of you planning to have babies older? Did you have babies older? If you have any advice for me, please leave that in the comments. I will be all over these comments, okay? Give me any advice that you guys have. Like, you know, I plan to definitely have every damn gadget under the sun to make things easier for me. Let me tell y'all. But I guess that's the good thing about being older. You're financially secure and able to do it. But help me out, y'all. I wanted to bring this up because, like I said, it's been on my mind. But what do y'all think about that? Having babies in your late 30s and 40s. What say you, 10 Ways subscribers? Next, I wanted to get into talking about self-esteem and how to maintain your confidence. Look at this shrimp, y'all. These are the shrimp with the head still on them. They're so good. I wanted to talk about, you know, how you maintain your confidence in today's world when you're an average woman. And by average, I don't mean average like, you know, something's wrong with you. I mean, you're not this curvy vixen having body person. Like, you're not, you know, brick built, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just an average woman with an average body. You haven't done anything to your body, and you don't have super curves. You weren't blessed with super curves. Some people are blessed with them naturally. Some people, you know, a lot of people these days are going out and buying them. But let's say you don't have all that going on. And I think in today's world, and I've had this conversation with friends, a lot of women are starting to feel invisible, you know, because that's what so many men see, and it's almost like men are starting to think that's what a woman is supposed to look like or supposed to be. And if she's just average or, you know, not this vixen body person, they don't really see you. And so it's like, how do you maintain your self-esteem and confidence in a world like that? But I'm just going to share a few things that I do. I definitely try not to compare myself to other people. Yes, it's hard not to, but you just got to make sure that when you're having those kind of thoughts that you reverse those thoughts, because that's the quickest way to tear yourself down, is comparing yourself to another person. My body don't look like theirs. Her booty is bigger than mine. My booty flat, this, that. Don't do that to yourself. That's tearing yourself down, and that's just opening the door for you to be used by no good men, for you to be taken advantage of by people. When you are weak spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and your confidence is low, you open the floodgates for people to abuse you. And there are a lot of bad people in life. So you definitely want to keep yourself strong and have your armor on. Like they say, the armor of God. have that on you. Prayer is a big thing. I pray every day before I walk out of my house. I pray for strength. I pray for confidence. I pray for, good things to surround me and come to me. I pray to put out good things. Prayer is a good way to keep yourself strong. And it's important for me. So I pray even about self-confidence, to feel good about myself, to feel like I'm pretty when I look at myself. And, prayer works. But another thing I like to do, I also meditate, and I do affirmations every day. Sometimes I even listen to 8-hour-long affirmations while I sleep. And I actually play them in my ears with my headphones so I can really hear them and absorb them in my sleep. So I listen to I Am affirmations. One YouTube channel that I really love that you can get them for free is called Tigram Healing. That's Tigram Healing. Their affirmation videos are great, especially the sleep ones. You Are Creators. That's another YouTube channel that has great affirmation videos, nice long ones that you can fall asleep listening to. But that's a great way to keep your self-confidence up and to keep your mind on the right path. When you find yourself thinking negative or getting depressed, it's a great way to kind of lift yourself up and redirect your energies again. I also perform blessings and smudgings in my home. I've even done it in my car. I've done it in my work vehicle, where I pray about the space that I'm in. Pray over it. Clear the space, meaning clear out bad energy, clear out toxic energy. I do that a lot in my place. I burn sage. I burn candles, and I pray, and I do affirmations and meditations while I'm burning them. So those are good things to do that I do. But I think just knowing who you are and never letting go of who you are is also important. And I know that's sounds so cliche, and it's even difficult for me to explain it. But when you start to define yourself by what everybody else is doing and what everybody else have going on, you lose yourself. You have to define yourself based on what you think is important, not what anybody else thinks is important, because you will get lost. These people out here are lost. So if you following them, you really about to get lost. I just try to maintain who I am and who I was raised to be. Another thing, if it's things about yourself that you don't like, start working to change it, because life is short. And that's why when it comes to the whole plastic surgery debate, I'm not anti-plastic surgery. I'm pro-plastic surgery, you guys. Yes, I am. Even though I'm having this conversation talking about how you maintain your self-confidence and self-esteem in a world of fake bodies and fake, plastic surgery bodies and so on, that still don't mean I don't support plastic surgery. I do, because sometimes there's things about ourselves that we cannot change, no matter how much you work out, no matter how much you eat. Sometimes you're just so little that this and that. I know people who have struggled to gain weight their whole lives, different things. Sometimes you cannot change certain things. If your teeth are jacked up and you growing 4 teeth on top of your teeth, how you gonna change that? You gotta go to a cosmetic dentist and change that. So same thing when it comes to your body. Life is really, really short. I know people who were born, just growing up with them, that they really are completely flat back there, like no booty, no thighs, no nothing. And I know some who are completely confident. I've had best friends who were completely confident with it, didn't care, still pulled dudes everywhere. And then others who, they hated themselves and they feel like life is just shitting on them because they never get any attention. They want a partner, they never find anybody, and they just felt like, gosh, why did God make me like this? You know what? Life is short. Do your research. If you have the money, do what you got to do. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I have done it. Yes, I have had plastic surgery. I've had liposuction. I've had other things done. And I'm never going to say I'm not going to do it again. But what I'm saying is, if you're not built like these women who are going out getting all the fat sucked out of their stomach, putting their ass, just built by a doctor straight out, going to Dominican, going to Beverly Hills, Florida, Miami, Atlanta, having these doctors build them up. And men are starting to think, well, if you don't look like that, I don't even see you, You cannot let yourself get caught up in that. That shouldn't be the reason you go out and get anything done. It should be because you're just not feeling good about yourself and there's things you need to change that exercising can't change and eating can't change and so on. Then I recommend you do it. But I don't recommend you go out chasing somebody's body that's not yours, trying to look like, bringing in a picture of Kim Kardashian and make me look like this. That's dumb. because even when you look like that, or maybe they'll make you look like that for a time, the surgery may not last. Trust me, I know liposuction fat can come back, and it does come back. Trust me, I'm living proof of that shit. And you're still not gonna have Kim Kardashian's life. What you gonna do when you're not getting the attention you thought you were gonna get from the surgery? That's what I'm saying. When you're doing it for reasons that make sense, that backlash, if it doesn't go your way, it won't hurt you. But when you're doing it for all the wrong reasons, chasing something that's unrealistic for you, it'll F you up. So that's all I'm saying. For one, know who you are. You know, if you're struggling with your self-esteem and confidence, do affirmations, pray, meditate, clear your space using smudges and blessings. I have 2 books right here if you've never done smudges and blessings. These are really, really great books. This first one is written by Jane Alexander. It's called The Smudging and Blessing Book, Inspirational Rituals to Clean and Heal. And then this one is called Clearing Spaces, Inspirational Techniques to Heal Your Home Spaces. So these are great books to clear out bad energy around you, lift your spirits, you know, reorganize your chakras. Chakras are basically the energy that is around you. So it's really, really good. You can see on here there's some sage burning and some cinnamon and so on. It works, you guys. It really works. I can't tell you, I feel so good in my apartment right now because I recently did a smudge in here. I burned some sage and everything, and I feel so good in here. And that's what's helping me to do these videos. I said, you know what, I'm gonna do my little Couch Chronicle series I wanted to do. So definitely try that. If you're feeling like bogged down by bad thoughts, negative thoughts, depressive thoughts, try doing a smudge or a blessing in your home, burning some sage. Read about it first so you know about it. It really is an ancient practice that has been done by Native Americans, Africans, South Americans, like ancient, we're talking ancient people. So definitely do your research, but try it out, guys. And you know, don't get lost in this world of big booties, big fake booties and fake titties. You know what I'm saying? I'm from California. Bikini bodies will always be hot here. You don't need to have a donkey booty to get noticed here. You just need to be confident and feel good about yourself and wear your body right, and you'll get the attention that you deserve. So, but I know it's hard. You know, I know it's hard sometimes. As a woman, it's like, damn, the average chick is getting lost in all this shit. You know, guys don't even see you no more, but they're just stupid. Men are easy. You know, sorry guys, but y'all easy as fuck. That's all I can really say about that topic. Definitely leave some comments. What do you guys do to keep your self-confidence high, to keep your self-esteem high? What are your personal things that you do? You know, do you pray? Do you do meditations? What do you do to keep yourself up as far as like feeling good about yourself as a woman, how you look? You know, do you just carry yourself nice and just keep yourself looking really nice all the time? Let me know. You know, we all could use advice on that. It's always a struggle. Keeping your confidence high, keeping your self-esteem high is always a struggle. So sharing is caring. Let's just say that. But share any comments you have in the comment section below. So let's move on to our last topic, and that is going to be money, you guys. Let's talk about some cash for a little bit. Potatoes is bomb. I wanted to kind of close with a question and discuss it more on the next episode, but I'm really trying to save some money right now, you guys. Like, I want to buy my first home this year. I'm hoping to do it around August, September. So I'm really like stacking my chips right now, really, really hard, working overtime, saving, doing what I gotta do. And so I'm wondering, like, how do you guys save money? Like, what is your principles for saving money? Because I really need some new shit, like, because I'm struggling. It's not so much that the money isn't coming in, it's coming in, but I'm like, it's hard to like buckle down and like really save. What is your saving strategy? Do you keep the money out of reach from you? Do you know, have somebody else hold it for you? I know people who do that. I can't trust that. When I get to a certain amount, what happens with me is I start getting that travel itch, and I want to like book a trip somewhere or rent a house or do something luxurious. And it's just like, no, girl, if you want to have a house, you need to stop it. So I need some advice. What do you guys do to save money? Like, I really want to get to that point where I'm like spending one check, paying all my bills, and like saving the whole other check. But it seems hard for me for some reason to save. Like, my parents never really taught me about saving money. They never taught me about the real value of money and saving. I've kind of learned on my own. Like, I don't struggle to pay my bills or anything, but I struggle with seeing money stack up and just watching it and just leaving it alone. Do anybody else have that problem? Where it's like, if you get to a certain amount, it's like, I want to start pulling off the top, you know? It's really, really hard for me. But I want to know, what advice can you guys give me? Help me out with this. And we'll talk about it in the next episode. How do you save money? What is the best strategy? What do you do to just keep that money stacking and keep your hands off of it? Let me know in the comment section. If you have anything you can reference for me to go look at, let me know and I will go look at it, and then we'll talk about it in our next episode. I'm gonna continue eating on these shrimp right here. I still got a lot. I thank you guys for sitting with me through another episode of Couch Chronicles, chilling with me on my sofa. I am getting full, but I feel so good. My space feels so good right now in my house after I did my little blessing. Life is good, you guys. I really enjoyed talking with y'all. Let's continue the conversation in the comments below, and I will see y'all on the next video. Me and my spicy fingers here. See y'all on the next video, y'all. Love y'all.